Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just the real Senior Stoner back at you for an afternoon dab of the day. You know, I'm a real time kind of guy, and I respond to every comment I get, every one of them. And I also try to respond to every thumbs down that I get. And for the first time ever, I got more than two on a video. And I want to talk about that. I accept it. But I think I'm accepting it for the topic, not for the video. And I guess what I'm saying is we cannot run from what's happening out here. This is not something we brought to our homes. I didn't bring it to the channel, but it's real. And if we don't discuss it and don't discuss ways to deal with it, I think it's a real problem for us. My ways of communicating things are based out of everyday stuff for me, based out of ways that I try to make it so that, quote, you don't have to be fools learning from your own mistakes. You can learn from my mistakes. That's a big thing. Parents do that for children, good and great parents. So I try to be a really supportive individual to others by offering myself as the speed bump, if you will, and then coming back and frankly saying what happened or what I think should happen or what I think will happen. What I'm doing these days around a certain topic, the topic of the health situation in the world, is I'm trying to keep to as much fact as I can. And I'm trying to keep to as much help and not dwelling on our other issues right now. I want to dwell on those issues. I want to get back to talking about how to help our pain. I want to get back to talking about how to help the fact that we're cooped up and all these things. But guess what? Everybody's cooped up now. And maybe even everybody's got pain now. They can't work out. They can't go to the pools. They can't go to the gyms. I saw somebody today lifting up at the bottom of a fence, lifting the fence with a foot under it to put somebody under it because the tennis court was locked. And I'm walking sugar and I say, excuse me, it's got a chain on it. And of course they're glaring at me and I just kept on walking. But come on now. What I'm trying to do is a public service maybe. I mean this sincerely. I get nothing for this. So all I ask is the following. Pay it forward. Okay? You know, when you don't like my review, and you don't like the device I review, thumbs down. But when somebody's trying to provide helpful hints, helpful ways for you to live through something horrible that everybody's going to experience, most likely, you know what? Let's pay it forward. So this message is a message of hope, as many of my messages are. Hope that we pay things forward. Hope that we take things in the tone that they are interpreted, that they're intended on. They're intended as positive, helpful things. And if we scrutinize the positive and helpful, cheery things that we're seeing out there, we won't be able to embrace the goodness that are in them. So let's take a dab. Let's take a dab of Blackwater OG. Keep a smile on our face. And as my grandfather used to say, my grandfather Henry, my daughter's name is Heather, named for my grandfather Henry. My grandfather Henry used to say, do the best you can. He also used to say, when I was a very little boy, he said, senior stoner, little senior stoner, junior stoner, he used to say, 80 years from now, it won't matter. So that's a couple of things to think about as we go through the stresses of our day, and the stresses have become a little worse lately, okay? That we can only do what we can do. So I toast you all, and I say that the dab train should keep on rolling. Cheers. Have a great evening, everybody. Be back at you tomorrow. Cheers.